It is Friday. It is art and entertainment. Kuns en Vermaak. Marianah Lourens. Yes, I am here to talk about the arts. I just want to remind you that the Booi has opened. They've opened on the 1st of March and going great guns. Every Tuesday evening there is something for theatre makers, and that doesn't mean you have to be an actor only. You can be an artist. You can be someone who's interested in building sets. You can be even a financial guru. We need everybody, and of course it's under the auspices of GNS. It's just going to be like very interesting talks and workshops about what keeps the arts going and how we can keep it going. Ja, ons moet die kunste nie vergeet nie. Ons moet dit onthou, ons moet dit aanhou onthou en dit moenie gaan slaap nie. COVID is hier, maar maak nie saakie. Ons doen steeds ons kuns, ons doen nog steeds ons optredes, ons gaan nie weg nie. Yes, so the Booi, if you want any more information, please call Rose on 072-906-1977. Ja, as jy nog informatie wil hê, kan jy vir Rose skakel by 072-906-1977. En dan ook Sondag gaan daar open mic style dagie wees, of seker in die middag, op Sondag, elke Sondagmiddag. En jy kan maar gerus vir Rose daaroor ook met haar praat. Yes, the open mic shows that everything and anything that goes. It's going to happen on Sunday. So let me just give you her number again, 072-906-1977. And then Rina Dippenaar, she's a music teacher, piano, flute, recorder, guitar, music theory, and Afrikaans. So please contact her. She will personally teach you. You can be one-on-one, person-to-person, with a mask, of course, or online. So please contact her on 083-398-5196. Ja, kontak gerus vir Rina Dippenaar. Sy is al 28 jaar lank 'n onnie. So jy kan met 'n geruste hart by haar gaan leer klavierlesse, fluit, recorder, gitaar, musiekteorie, maar ook Afrikaans. Haar nommer 083-398-5196. 083-398-5196 en jy kan online met haar klasse doen of persoonlik. So praat gerus met haar. En dan het ek natuurlik vir stepping out. Moenie vergeet nie, as jy nog steeds wil aantrek, jou lekker fantasie kostuum benodighede, as jy dalk 'n fotoshoot het of 'n familie gathering en jy wil almal opdres, dan kan stepping out jou steeds voorsien. Skakel gerus 072-906-1977. Jy moet 'n afspraak maak. Yes, for all your fancy dressing up requirements. We can't have fancy dress parties now too much and no really raucous do's, but you can still dress up for your photo shoots and your family gatherings, whatever. You can call Rose at Stepping Out 072-906-1977. That's 072-906-1977. And now I am with my guest, because I am here at ARTEC. ARTEC, of course, is our arts hub here in Central. And my guests are Louise Luders. She's an artist. She also writes. She's an author. And she writes Janeta's short stories, but that's a chat for another day. But I'm just mentioning it quickly. Get it in for you. And then I've got Bulelani Booi here, and he's been, of course, with us in the studio before. Hello. So nice to have you, because I remember it looked like riot art, but of course it's a real art. I don't know how you want to say it. Because art. Yeah, Rio art, because he does painting, music, craft, sculpture, all sorts of things, and he's actually always here at ARTEC.
I'm a fossil.
You're a
I'm
fixture.
the air. I'm the paint. I'm the fly in the wall in this building.
Yes, and it's so nice to be here with you, and because that you don't have to come to me.
Yes, this is your home. You know you're always welcome
Yes,
here.
you know that, and I always do come here as well. So, Louise, let me kick off here, because why are we here at ARTEC? Because you've got an amazing project going for women only. And of course, it is Women's Month, but you are extending it right to, of course, it's Women's Year.
It's Women's Year.
It's Women's Year. But it's a women's world. Please do me a favor. Sorry, Bulelani, but you're welcome.
It's the chicken and the egg scenario.
Yes, indeed. And you're actually going right into June with your art fun. Tell us about it, your project. I'm just going to take project because it's going to be like workshops and stuff.
It's going to be a workshop that lasts a few weeks. Women are invited to come on to start the project. It's called the Mirror Project. We've split 16 women up into 2, 8 and 8. We'll take a few more if we can have you, of course, just to facilitate the social distancing and the COVID issues, so that we can keep you all healthy and safe. And while we show you how to set up your project and how to get going.
And it's actually going to be a fun project because they're going to be decorating a mirror.
Yes, we've got the board that you decorate, the frame to make the surround, the hooks, the eyes for the back, the cord. It's going to be a fantastic DIY plus a very creative project. And we've got the mirrors, of course, which go on last. So they'll be making a 45 by 40 centimeter frame, and they've got the mirror to set into a beautiful frame when they've finished their project. We've got slideshows to look at. We've got a scrapbook of gorgeous examples of jewelry and jewels and things to look at, ancient Egyptian things to look at, which will inspire ladies to want to just try some mark making themselves. Patterns are very easy to make, whether it's something inspired by jewelry or ancient Egypt or beadwork. I think we're going to have some incredible individual expressions coming out, and women are going to take their thing home with them. We don't keep them, it goes home. And not only the mirror and the frame that goes home, the beautiful brushes that each woman will use, and
So what a wonderful gift.
I know, it's a wonderful gift. And a box of start-off acrylic paints. They're gorgeous little tubes of intense color, gorgeous emerald greens and ruby reds and sapphire blues, all going to go home when you finish, because you're going to take your boxes and your paintbrushes home. And we have got a huge tub of intense and beautiful board markers, which are easy to use. The colors are permanent. And we've got silver and gold, so women can just express their desire for something beautiful. So they're going to make it themselves.
Yeah, because whatever is your passion in what you like to look at,
yes,
artistically,
yes.
You're going to have it on your mirror. You're going to be able to look, your face is going to frame it. Every day you look in your mirror.
Absolutely. And your children's faces. And what women love to look at is jewelry. We love looking at beautiful rings and earrings and beadwork. And look at this lovely thing you've got on your wrist. Imagine if you turned that into a mirror frame, Marianah.
And funny, this comes from Egypt.
There you go, from Egypt.
Ancient.
And it's got plaiting, it's got twirling.
And weaving.
And weaving, yes. And those are all things women can make very easily with simple mark strokes using ball pens and beautiful brushes. So come and spoil yourselves.
Yeah.
It's free of charge. If you're unemployed at present, we want you. If you're in Central and you can walk to ARTEC so easily, and you can come and be in our beautiful studio and just take time out and spoil yourself.
And Bulelani, this is going to all be happening under your watch.
Yes, I'll be making sure the ladies are taken care of, and nobody's gonna mess up the space. And the whole unemployment issue is just a matter of time. But if you're employed and you have time during those time, please, you are welcome to come and join the workshop. And it's here at ARTEC at 36 Bird Street. We've always been here. So yes, I'll be here.
You'll be here, and maybe you'll make a mirror too.
I won't invade the space because women,
you're not a lady, right?
It's women's only. I am for that, that I keep aside, that we do have some kraal issues where we have to sit in the kraal as men only. So I think also this is the kraal for the women only, just to also, we came from a very patriarchal society where women are not like given an opportunity to actually express themselves fully. And because, it might not be easy for them to go to that notion where they can fully express themselves when there are men around, So once there's no men around, it will give them a start where they can easily start expressing themselves. Firstly, via creativity, and I know Louise is a very outward spoken person, and then you'll get those voices coming out, and then surely if they can exercise in this space, and when they go out to the world, they can freely speak without feeling interrogated and not shut down.
Inhibited, yeah.
So I'll just be here as a protector, as a gatekeeper, so that they can freely do the thing.
Because he's watching at the door that no tsotsies come in.
Exactly.
Because he's going to be guarding you ladies who are going to come. And it's going to be absolutely wonderful, because I'm just thinking of bringing your own taste. What you like.
Exactly.
And from what ages, Louise?
Well, it's for women, so I'm assuming the over 18s. And
over
of course,
18s.
Retired ladies are very welcome.
Okay, there's
the
no
challenge of the
limit
staircase,
upwards.
but there's no limit. Retired ladies are very welcome, because they're always the mothers, they're
the go-go's.
The go-go's, yes, and the ones to also listen to the stories, and we're going to have discussions. I've also got several very beautiful ancient Egyptian myths to read.
I love stories. Yes, I know you love stories.
I know.
Now, Louise,
and we're going to read myths, and we're going to discuss them. So, but when you paint, you've got to have time to allow things to dry. And there's coffee, there's tea, there's snacks, and there's going to be discussions, and there's going to be a story, and sometimes even meditation. It's nice to start off with meditation.
Yes, whatever your base is, whatever faith base you have, start with it.
We're going to start off with
the meditation.
It doesn't matter what faith base you're from. It's just 2 minutes of quiet time where we can think about the beauty of color and be grateful.
And it's all given by God.
And if you're colorblind, it doesn't matter, Marianah.
Absolutely.
Because lines and strokes and these twirly whirls and the plaits on your beautiful bracelet, those are also part of what
because it's obviously what you see. Being the woman here wanting to create this beautiful mirror.
Absolutely, this Fabergé inspired mirror.
Yes, yes. I want to ask you, Bulelani, you've been in the arts quite some time. And he's not, I don't want to make him sound old. He's not old at all. I mean, he's like my grandson,
Yes.
And we, as I say, we go back a ways because he's been interviewed by me several times for different projects, which the last one was the Rio art.
Yes.
Yeah. You've also got music. A bit.
I've humbled, since I've came here to ARTEC, I've humbled all my other ventures, because I realized here at ARTEC, since ARTEC is a society organization and community, there's more need into going into there. Now, if I become selfish and do other things, I might not have time for this. So I decided, let me just go on a sabbatical where I gather my energies to actually focus into helping the community and creating more art projects. Like meeting Louise here was like amazing, and doing this project with her is still an amazing and a blast, which is, I am here to do that, to open doors for this place to be inhabited by people who wants to enjoy, who wants to understand art, and who wants to make art in part of their life. Last year has been a rough one.
Yeah.
And if you remember last year, I was very optimistic, talking about riot art, which was a riot. To put out a feast out in the Eastern Cape, especially in Port Elizabeth, that artists should get out and do work. But the powers that be, on top of the powers that be, decided, nah, the pandemic must shut things down. And we're humbled, but the idea is still brewing.
Yes, because you were actually targeting children.
Exactly.
And it was absolutely such a thing that the kids couldn't come out and be part of things.
Yeah, they had to be locking down, and unfortunately we had to just seize and just, humble ourselves and go align with the status quo. But nonetheless, we are back full force. On Friday, starting this week, we will invite kids again. Also with Louise, she's gonna be part of that, where we'll invite kids to come and do like an art club here, where every Friday in the afternoon they come and we do some projects of art. They will be educated about art, to the basics, and do some things, and we'll see what comes out according to the strengths and the abilities of the kids that will be here. So it will be a Friday occurring thing until further notice. So we're just hoping to see whether the parents will allow, maybe contact some few schools who don't have art classes, maybe grab a couple of kids here to come and so join into this project and just stretch it as much as we can. We were funded by the Arts and Culture to do that project, but you know how it is. You ask for this much and you get so much, and then you have to find the rest of the money. So
we'd
what
like
we
some
want to do,
responses.
yes, we're always keen for some. So we're going to take the amount that we had and try to stretch it and put it as long as much as we can, so that we can continue inspiring kids throughout the whole year, and fortunately that this year's schools program have so much spaces in between, which we want to inhibit, where if kids are not going to school, they can come here at ARTEC and start learning about art. So
and your contact details, how do they contact you? Can they just go on Facebook to ARTEC, or are there phone numbers there, or do you want to give out some phone numbers?
There are a couple of contacts, which is, first of all, you can go on our Facebook page and just inbox us there. There is also an email, which is manager@artecpe.co.za. ARTEC is ARTEC, ARTECPE.co.za, and there's also a phone number here, which is 041 585 3641. 041 585 3641. Call between office hours, please, because nobody's here at night.
Yes, but now I want to just ask you personally,
Yes.
now that you're staying in your lane for the visual arts.
Yes.
Now, this is about visual arts. Where did it begin for Bulelani? This love for art, this passion for all, because you've got a passion for all the arts, really, but you're now in the lane of visual art. Yeah.
I'm the only child in my mother, and being that only child, I was always forced to be creative, to attract friends, to express myself. So when I saw paintings, when I saw what a pencil can do, how a painting can just create all these lines and make these images, I was just taken. I don't know. I believe in reincarnation. And I think somehow in the past I was an artist in a way.
In the previous life somewhere.
I have some finished business.
You're certainly an artist now.
Exactly. And I've kind of expanded into music and other fields of art. But this one is always recurring, where I'm I don't know, I just need to draw it down if you don't hear me. If you can't hear me, then can you see it? If you can't see it, can you hear it?
Yes.
If you can't hear it, can you touch it? So yes. I do all of those fields, and I realize in all of those fields, it's just, I want to serve people more than doing personally for me. When I do art, I just want it to serve the general populace. And visual arts is more now, because people are more, I'm sorry to say, people are more carnal. They want to see things.
That's very much what
you
what's
can
in the
say
eye.
as much as you want to say, but you must show people. And visual arts is that
Attraction.
platform,
Yes,
where we have
totally.
to show them. And amazingly, I kind of landed into this job literally from outer space, like boom, in ARTEC. And ARTEC was literally focused on visual arts, and it wanted to push it forward. I was like, okay, God, you put me here. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to put out my best. So I'm here, and I'm not like a master per se, because I've never done each art form like all the time. I always move to this, move to that, because nowadays life makes you that person. You can't be stuck into one field. But now it's time for visual arts. I've been doing music, I've been doing event organizing, I've been doing public organization. Now it says visual arts, and I've been carrying it throughout, because I've been using graphic design, I've been using mural, public art, I've been using all of those things for different purposes. Now it's like, okay, visual arts.
And here we are.
And here we are.
And here we are. And Louise, of course, we go back also many years actually now. I've tried to calculate how many years, but we met through the art of public speaking. And from there we became friends and evolved. And when I saw this for women only, unemployed, live in Central, come and decorate your own mirror. I did not know it was you because your name wasn't there. So I saw it was
at art. Put it on next time so that you know.
I saw it was at ARTEC. So I contacted Bulelani and I said, please put me in touch with the person. And lo and behold, who does he put me in touch with? My old friend Louise, Luders. And so you also, where did it begin for you? Because you also multi-art focused, should I say, because you write your stories, you do your visual art, which is phenomenal. I mean, I've seen some of your work, I've heard some of your stories, and I've heard lots of your speeches.
Thank you, Marianah. I think for me, communication is just so vital. And as Bulelani was saying earlier, it doesn't matter how you're communicating that at present, whether it's through a visual media or by telling a story. It's your message that counts. It's getting people to relate to your story or your message, and to get them to participate, whether it's by listening and remembering their own story, or getting them to make something like a useful object. A mirror sounds decorative, but it is actually a living, useful object in the house. Well, I go back from being a child and studying art, and being a graphic designer and an illustrator, starting to write stories, turn stories over in your head for 20 years until you actually get the perfect story down on paper.
And then it just rolls on.
And then realize
out.
I love telling people stories.
Yeah, so anyway, I think, thank you so much. Yes,
and during my workshops, you don't just get to make, you get to sitting back, relaxing, going through beautiful art books and just listening and just absorbing. And it is so relaxing to hear about art.
Okay, so for people to art, because we are now focused on the one that runs from the 20th of April to the 1st of June.
Yes, there is that one.
Well, I want to specifically speak about that. Want to register quickly.
They can register with Bulelani at RTC and get in on that one. It's just going to be
and it's free. That is the best part. You not only get to make the stuff for free, you get all the materials and you get to take home your brushes, your mirror that you've decorated and everything. So quickly, just the contact details again, Bulelani, the phone number and ARTEC on Facebook.
Call us between 9 and 4 every day except the weekends at 041 585 3641, or email us at manager@artecpe.co.za, manager@artecpe.co.za.
And that phone number again?
Our landline is 041 585 3641.
Please register, or if you're just walking past here in Bird Street, walking past ARTEC and you're interested and you're female, just pop in, register, and those classes will run from April to June. So please,
once a week.
please,
Yeah,
once a
on
week.
Tuesday.
It'll be every Tuesday morning. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Marie.
Both of you.
Appreciate
Thanks for coming
it.
and visiting us.
No, it's a great pleasure, and I want to say watch this space to everybody. And now it's time for me, Marianah Lourens, to say goodbye from Art and Entertainment. Ja, Marianah Lourens wat nou groet van Kuns en Vermaak. Arrivari!